White River State Park. Located between downtown Indianapolis and the Urban University campus of IUPUI, White River State Park is Indiana's only urban state park. Covering over 250 acres, it hosts many local attractions and activities year-round. Its rich history reflects the cultural and environmental progress and development the city has experienced over the years. When John McCormick first settled Indianapolis in 1820, the chosen location was near the intersection of the White River and Fall Creek. Shortly after the settlement of the area, development of the Central Canal was in the works to serve as a trade route for commercial goods. However, after only 9 miles of the canal was completed, construction was stalled near Broad Ripple Village. A wide variety of development was completed along the White River, and in 1979, a 10-member, governor-appointed White River Park Development Commission was created. A master plan by Sasaki Associates called for the preservation and enhancement of the natural features of the riverside location to be integrated with public art, cultural attractions, and entertainment venues. The first attraction to call the park home was the Indianapolis Zoo in 1988, followed soon after by the Eiteljorg Museum of American Indians and Western Art. Today the park hosts Victory Field, home to the Indianapolis Indians, the NCAA Hall of Champions, the Indiana State Museum, and the lawn at White River State Park concert venue. White River State Park hosts a wide variety of activities for Indianapolis residents and visitors. It has the green space, trails, trees, and waterways typically found in Indiana state parks, and offers the best of the city's urban cultural destinations. Today, McCormick's Rock honors the founding of Indianapolis.
the NCAA headquarters and Hall of Champions. In 1999, the National Collegiate Athletic Association, better known as the NCAA, relocated from Overland Park, Kansas to downtown Indianapolis, solidifying the city's status as the amateur sports capital of the world. However, the architect was anything but amateur. The NCAA welcomed Michael Graves back to his hometown to design the facility. Graves' firm worked in partnership with Indianapolis-based Schmidt Associates. Graves grew up in Indianapolis before becoming one of the world's most famous architects and designers. His work is located around the globe, and he continues to create new products for Target's Michael Graves Design Collection. He is the recipient of such prestigious awards as the National Medal of Arts and the American Institute of Architects Gold Medal. While he continued to gain national fame and open an office on the East Coast, Graves always maintained strong personal and professional connections to Indianapolis. His other hometown works include the Indianapolis Arts Center and the Thompson Consumer Electronics corporate headquarters along North Meridian Street in Carmel. The NCAA complex is home to the organization's headquarters and the Hall of Champions Museum, located on the southern edge of the Central Canal. With its double-barrel vaulted ceiling, the office building's profile captures the signature Graves combination of fun and function, giving the roofline playful curves while flooding the interior with natural light. For the Hall of Champions, located in front of the office, Graves drew upon the aesthetic of a football stadium, suggesting tradition and nostalgia with 3 stories of brick and glass. The museum, opened during the 2000 NCAA Men's Final Four in Indianapolis, is a must for any college sports fan. The historic brick building adjacent to the NCAA headquarters houses the National Federation of State High School Associations, which followed the NCAA from Kansas to Indianapolis. The collection of 3 buildings are situated to give this a collegiate-like campus within White River State Park. The NCAA has a major impact on the city's economy by bringing college sporting events to town every year. The organization has an agreement with the city to host a major NCAA event here at least once a year through 2039. And Indy has hosted the NCAA Men's Final Four 6 times, more than any other city. The headquarters underwent a $35 million expansion designed by Indianapolis's Ratio Architects, doubling its size and incorporating sustainable design elements. The NCAA headquarters and the Hall of Champions are yet another feather in the cap of a city that has used a deliberate sports initiative to drive economic development and establish a national identity.
Oh, you're talking about this fucking thing. I'm not...
The Central Canal has been reimagined as a pedestrian spine that extends from the White River to the north side of downtown and includes the Congressional Medal of Honor Memorial near Military Park. Recently, a portion of the Cultural Trail was completed that connects the park to the cultural districts throughout the city.
Former Indiana Governor Frank O'Bannon said the Indiana State Museum, captures the essence of the Hoosier spirit. While you'll find just about everything you need and want to know about Indiana, you'll quickly see this is much more than a mere container of Hoosier facts. The Indiana State Museum is designed to help tell stories about Indiana's culture, people, and places. The Indiana State Museum has about 400,000 artifacts, from prehistoric fossils to local pop culture, a collection that began in 1862. This facility opened in 2002 as a part of White River State Park and is along the Central Canal, which is a popular attraction for walkers, joggers, and bikers. During warm weather months, you can take a leisurely ride on a gondola or rent a pedal boat to experience the refurbished canal and all the attractions along its banks. Indianapolis has the second largest steam network in the nation, and with a steam line nearby, horologist Ray Saunders designed a custom steam clock which plays a portion of Back Home Again in Indiana on the quarter hour with its steam-powered whistles. Indiana is called the Crossroads of America. To symbolize this motto, the Grand Hall becomes the crossroads of the museum, opening to the Central Canal and connects the IMAX, restaurants, auditorium, exhibits, and the museum shop around it. The museum truly tells the many stories of Indiana in stone, steel, and spirit.
y'all have it pretty?
I'm floored, and I mean that includes the floor. None of it's still embarrassing. And he must be
The last time I had a meeting work.
Indianapolis Cultural Trail, a legacy of Gene and Marilyn Glick, is big, bold, and beautiful, and it's caught the attention of urban planners around the country. The 8-mile trail encircles downtown Indianapolis, passing through the city's visitor and business district, its arts and cultural hubs, and its neighborhoods. Where most saw ordinary sidewalks, a group of progressive community leaders in Indianapolis envisioned alluring, wide paths made for pedestrians and cyclists.
American Legion Mall and Cenotaph Square, 700 North Pennsylvania Street. The American Legion Mall stretches between two city blocks, from St. Clair Street on the north to North Street on the south. The mall is flanked by two American Legion facilities, the national headquarters, built in 1950 on the east, and the headquarters from the American Legion's Department of Indiana, built in 1925 on the west. This space is open and hosts to many events and festivities during the year. The American Legion headquarters was built with Indiana limestone and was a gift to the American Legion from the people of Indiana. At the time of construction in 1950, this was a $2.5 million gift. In 1931, the sunken garden, Cenotaph Square, was built on the north part of the mall to pay tribute to Hoosiers who had died in that war. It also remembers the nation's first casualty of World War I. This person was James Bethel Grisham of Evansville, Indiana. He served with the 16th Infantry of the American Expeditionary Forces. The tomb for James Bethel Grisham is surrounded by 4 Art Deco pillars that are topped with gold eagles.
Scottish Rite Cathedral, 650 North Meridian Street. This imposing castle-like landmark is dedicated to the Scottish Rite, one of the variants of Freemasonry, which was very popular during the 1920s, as this building attests. Completed in 1929 at a cost of $2.5 million, it is the largest Scottish Rite cathedral in the world. The architect was George E. Schreiber, a member of the organization who incorporated many of its principles into the design. Every dimension is divisible by 3, the number of degrees of Freemasonry, and many of them are divisible by 33, the age of Jesus Christ at the time of his crucifixion. The Scottish Rite Cathedral is one of the finest examples of neo-Gothic architecture in the United States. In addition to the Da Vinci Code-like symbolism behind its various dimensions, notable features include the 212-foot bell tower containing a 54-bell carillon, a floating ballroom on the second floor that sits on springs, and an organ with some 6,000 pipes. When it opened, the Scottish Rite Cathedral was judged as one of the world's most beautiful buildings by the International Association of Architects. The ornate interior of the building is open to the public and guided tours are available. About 100,000 people per year visit this building. The Scottish Rite Cathedral was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1983.
Veterans Memorial Plaza, located on the north side of Michigan Street between Meridian and Pennsylvania. Centrally located in the 7-block War Memorial District listed as a National Historic Landmark. The Veterans Memorial Plaza honors all Indiana veterans. The centerpiece is an obelisk that reaches 100 feet. It was constructed out of black Berwick granite in 1930. This piece symbolizes the nation's hopes and aspirations. At the base of the obelisk are bronze tablets that share the 4 essential elements of the nation's hopes: law, science, religion, and education. This obelisk is why the plaza is also known as Obelisk Square. A 100-foot diameter fountain, made from pink Georgia marble and terrazzo, surrounds the obelisk. When the plaza was completed, the majority of it was paved to accommodate large gatherings and served as a dedicated space for the 50 state flags. In 1975, during the city's bicentennial celebration, some of the paving areas were removed and replaced with lawn and landscaping as a part of the celebration's beautification efforts. the Indiana War Memorial, 50 East Michigan Street. The architects for this memorial and museum were Walker and Weeks out of Cleveland, Ohio. The memorial honors the Indiana men killed in World War I. The military museum inside also lists all of the Hoosiers killed or missing in action through the Vietnam War. Construction began in 1926, but was not completed until 1965 due to construction delays. The cornerstone was set by General John J. Blackjack Pershing, who was the American commander in Europe during World War I. He died in 1948 and never saw the memorial complete. The memorial was modeled after the mausoleum of Halicarnassus, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The memorial building is set far above street level and ascends almost 210 feet. Its design mimics the vertical mass of a shrine, with 6 columns on each side. On the south side of the building sits the largest bronze casting sculpture ever made in America. This sculpture, by Henry Herring, entitled Pro Patria, which means for the fatherland in Latin, was cast and set in place in 1929. While the exterior of the building is imposing, the interior is likewise impressive. If you arrive during open hours, a tour of the interior is a must, as this is one of the city's greatest interior spaces. Bronze doors on the north side welcome visitors into a stunning Art Deco lobby. On the top level of the museum, accessed via staircase from the lobby, is the Shrine Room. This room has 20 massive blue-stained glass windows and materials brought in from all the Allied nations of World War I. This was done intentionally to symbolize the peace, unity, and world effort during the war. The interior also houses a free museum containing artifacts telling the story of Indiana's military contributions, from the Revolutionary period to the modern day. The Indiana War Memorial is a National Historic Landmark, the highest designation of historic site recognized by the federal government.
the Soldiers and Sailors Monument, located at 1 Monument Circle. The Soldiers and Sailors Monument is the physical and spiritual heart of Indianapolis. After the Civil War, the state decided to erect a monument to those who fought. The monument was finally completed in 1901. The monument is 284 feet tall. For many years, it was illegal to erect any building in Indianapolis taller than the monument, and height restrictions are still in effect on the circle itself. The basement contains a Civil War museum. You can visit an observatory at the top with an elevator ride and a walk up a narrow staircase. Monument Circle is an important civic gathering place. During warm summer weather, office workers lunch on its steps next to the fountains. During the holiday season, lights are strung from the monument to create what the city calls the world's largest Christmas tree. The Circle has frequently been home to celebrations and protests. Indianapolis Colts fans staging an impromptu celebration the night their team won the Super Bowl in 2006. Many historic and prominent buildings line the Circle, including Christ Church Cathedral, the Circle Theater, and the Columbia Club.
We take the elevator because it takes a long time. We take stair all the way to the bottom, you know?
Yeah.
What?
You think so? And they made
Why you saying let them go that way?
Yep. I'm going to go out that way.
It's a sight to see. Yeah, it is.
Call it to this side.
See Lucas Oil right there. Uh-huh.
Aren't you glad you walked up?
Yeah.
Nice and warm up here.
Don't mind him.
Yeah. This is one probably traffic.
So you're gonna walk down?
No, it's the elevator level. Yeah, I think so.
Elevators.
Is it really?
Yeah.
See there the Capitol.
Mặt đây chứ bạn vậy không sao.
There you don't go up.
I like the stairs on that thing. I'd pack a line.
I think I just need one of this.
See the Capitol? That's the building. You see?
Yeah, the big person could do this.
Michael.
Oh, it's hot up here.
Michael.
I'll have it.
Here's your basketball conditioning.
It's 110 degrees.
Is that what they did? There's Lucas Oil. Which street is this? Is this Meridian?
Yes, South Meridian.
Okay, so we're looking south?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, wow, so there's that building in the way. Looking north.
Our kid's gonna get Lucas Oil.
Whew. I don't think that's
Is this car from down there?
No.
Oh, yeah.
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 We're gonna look this way. I'm good.
Hey, look, there's my queuing. Y'all see it?
Wow.
You are.
There's a bowl of alcohol right here.
Right over there.
Yeah, let me get
Well, where's Lucas Oil?
Warm up here, huh?
Yeah, I can see that just like straight.
Right. And if you're on South Meridian, the Seaco's on your left and Lucas is on your right. So
Oh, yeah. Okay.
down here.
Oh.
There's a roof. Do you see those cars up high on the roof?
Yeah.
Okay. People go up there on 4th of July and they tailgate. They bring little grills and stuff, and everybody sets
Oh,
their cakes
yeah.
out. And you can see the fireworks off
Oh,
those
yeah.
towers. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
Last year they kind of ripped us off and got ourselves talked into getting back out there. It was like, why?
I think Mom, she don't like this. Like we bring Mom. She's nervous.
Gái tôi mà còn không được hả? Gái tôi. Nè con con. Gái.
I think we go this way.
The signs say this way for elevator, yeah.
Pull it out good, huh? Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, a little better now.
You'll be at the.
The Indianapolis Arts Garden, 100 West Washington Street. It's tough to miss the Indianapolis Arts Garden. This 7-story glass dome is suspended over the intersection of Illinois and Washington Streets, with constant traffic passing under it. The base is 118 feet in diameter, and the interior covers about 12,500 square feet. The shape itself and the multiple circles of lighting on the underside echo nearby Monument Circle, the physical and spiritual center of the city. Plans for what became Circle Center Mall in downtown Indianapolis had been in development since 1979. As the plans matured in the early 90s, one of the key elements of the mall was a winter garden that would serve as both a skywalk to local hotels and a venue for cultural events. The Arts Garden is open during mall hours and provides great views down Washington and Illinois streets. It's connected to the mall's food court and offers benches and tables surfaced with a painting by an Indiana artist.
Lucas Oil Stadium, 500 South Capitol Avenue. Lucas Oil Stadium is home to the Indianapolis Colts and the site of the 2012 Super Bowl, making Indianapolis only the third northern city to host the NFL championship game. But it was not built for the Super Bowl. Completed in 2008, Lucas Oil Stadium is a true multi-purpose venue, and it was designed as such, a characteristic that distinguishes it from its counterparts from previous eras. In addition to NFL games, it was created as a convention space and basketball arena, specifically as a site for the NCAA Final Four basketball championships. Architects for HKS Inc. in Dallas, working in conjunction with several Indianapolis design firms, including A2SO4, Browning Day Mullins Deerdorf, Fink Robertson Petrie, and more engineers, accommodated Lucas Oil Stadium's three-tenant identity with the design. Architects wanted to give Indianapolis a facility that couldn't be mistaken for any other cities when it was captured on television by the Goodyear blimp. They wanted viewers to recognize Indianapolis by the sight of Lucas Oil Stadium, even before Peyton Manning's image appeared on screen. The signature feature of the colossal brick and limestone stadium is its retractable roof. It is the first in the NFL to open sideline to sideline rather than end zone to end zone. When open, the two massive panels, which weigh almost 6 million pounds each, do not hang over the edges of the building, which would create shadows below.
Don't you dare. Here, you guys sit right there.
I'll put you on your dude. I should have brought my camera. Come on, let's go. Hey, buddy. Look at it. He's just looking at me this whole time. Look at it. He just keeps on looking at me.
Let's go. We're gonna go over here. Okay, I'll follow you.
Now I see nothing.
Yeah, chime out there just right there so that you can feed her.
There's a deal in that. Look at that long one and that baby one. Look at that baby one.
What's that? babies, huh? 2 babies and mom and dad?
They trying to get the teenager eye out. Look at that. When you come to mom.
What's he doing now? Oh, let me fix your hair. What's he doing? You got a spot. Let me get it.
Then Mama, get down.
Chelsea's checking for tips.
And maybe it thinks I'm the king. Maybe he's enjoying.
Hi, buddy. Look over there.
This thing always staring at me. He's a big buddy. Hey, buddy. Come on, run in the water. I wonder if you get your trunk in the water.
Look at his tail.
That would be really comfortable.
Well, it doesn't look comfortable on a hard old tree branch.
Looks like he's panting like a dog.
It's hot. He's got all that fur.
He might be a nice pet, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. We'll take him home, too. Be him and the tiger. Yeah, let your dad know that you got a little something with it.
Bring back the
There he is. Are you the only bear? Huh? Yeah? Yeah, huh? Hey. Oh.
cute, though.
Yeah. What are those other ones?
Oh,
This people.
hey, buddy.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them in the tree over there. And those are the turtles right here.
I got you, buddy.